GMC with gunmetal crystal edge technology screens, and soon we're going to be advertising our other company under FLE VT. Let me come out of this real quick. So that title is being able to project almost anywhere. And the reason why that's extremely important, because if you're developing a projector screen technology, you have to be able to, it's good to be able to project anywhere. That's extremely important because not every environment you're going to be to control lighting, which is, I see that with a lot of the demonstrations. I see it with ambient light controlled environment. Worst nightmare you can ever do to your screen. The worst thing you could ever do to your screen is have it under ambient light controlled environments, because this will screw the daylights out of you. I just got about 8 inquiries today. These are inquiries for us to be able to take our equipment, permission to go in and do recordings at these particular sites. Man, they're curious. They're really curious. Like one place, we got an office place that just contacted us a few minutes ago, and they were asking what we needed. And I said, well, we just need a room, lots and lots of light, windows, lots of windows, and we need to be able to set up our screens. We don't need any desks. I found it kind of curious because most people who rent out an office space for a day, they usually want desks and printers and phones and all that stuff. I'm like, no, we don't need any phones. We don't need any printers or anything like that. We just need an open room, and we just need to be to set our screens up in there. That's basically about it. Actually, one screen at that, one screen. And they're just curious, like who rents an office and basically doesn't have any form of desk or anything in the environment, anything needed like to operate an office. And I just told them, like, well, I got this technology I've been working on, and it is designed to be used in like extreme environments. Our Black Series can be used in extreme environments. As you've seen our Black Series on site. This one, the new technology, FLE, has incredible capabilities to be to produce in really well-lit environments. So we're telling about the FLE technology, the ad tech, and they are already interested. That fast, I told you, it wouldn't take long. Already interested. So when I set up over there, they want to pop in and they want to see some of the technology at work. Now, mind you, majority of this is an office building that people rent, and they do conference meetings and all that, and all the screens they have in there, I guarantee, are white screens. That's what we're going to bump to, a bunch of white screens. And when they can't use these screens in fully lit environments. They don't pick up at all, period. And I'm pretty sure they got some pretty expensive, hefty projectors in there. But the projector I'm going to be bringing in is going to be 720p old school. And they're going to look at that like, wow, if he's got this black screen fired up in this environment on this old school projector, and we spent thousands of dollars for the machine, how much money we're going to be to save to incorporate that black technology in there. On top of that, the ability to be able to advertise their company right through that glass. They can do their entire virtual tour of the complex right there on that virtual screen that we can install in. And this is the reason why I'm sitting there thinking about, I could go out and I could rent a building and do the same VR demonstrations in the same building, or I could rent areas all over Allentown, and I can basically change the scenery at will, pass out a ton of business cards and brochures, and get these people who own these establishments to come in and look at that technology. What better way? What better way to do business? God is amazing. This is where we get our ideas from. All our business ideas and tactics and stuff, we get it all from God. And I thought about that. I was like, wow, that's a fantastic idea. Because I can walk in there, I can set the screens up. Our technology is designed to produce just about anywhere we stick it at. You don't have to basically use an ambient light controlled environment. There are places that ambient light controlled environment is useless, completely useless at the end of the day. One of the schools in the school, they like the fact that they could have the projectors on because kids get in trouble when the lights are out. I know that when they used to bring in the reel-to-reel projector, and I knew the lights go out. This is my chance to shoot people with spitballs and all kinds of stuff you do when you're kids. You get in trouble when you're in the back of the class carrying on. And this is the way the teachers can see all the kids get in trouble. Everything's well lit, can't get in any trouble, the lights on. So that I thought was interesting when they brought that up, the fact that they like that part about the technology. So this is going to give us a chance to be able to get into a lot of interesting places, show off the technology, get tons of video footage, tons of pictures to be able to show off our technology. Now, I am going to be doing pre-records. And the reason why I'm doing pre-records, because it cuts down on people doing dumb stuff. We got people that were already dragging in the court I got for the month of January, I got about 8 or 9 lawsuits I'm filing in the month of January. So it's going to be, with me going and getting all this scheduled, getting everything done. I have to have special equipment to get all this done because, again, I just got myself a tablet, something I could basically use a C drive to HDMI so I can run my video content. And they have Wi-Fi there if we want to use it, so I can use a Fire Stick. Majority, most places we're going to walk into are going to have Fire Sticks, but just in case, if we run into an area that doesn't have internet, done that one already before. Don't plan to ever do that one again. That was a bit of a headache. But yeah, so yeah, just make sure we have our own equipment set up just in case. I'm going to be picking up one of the EcoFlow systems. I had one before. I loved it. Because I want to do some demonstrations out in the park with the portable setups and some other stuff I'm going to be working on in the park. I'm going to have a few people helping me out with that one right there because it's quite a bit of equipment we got to take out there. But good thing we can just power everything off the EcoFlow system. And I had one. I know exactly what projectors I can run. We don't need a lot of time on it. An hour, just pretty much it, because we're just showing demonstrations that's sitting out in the park. But other than that, I'm so happy about we're getting these requirements. And the thing about it is, when you tell them that you're setting up a projection screen and it's black, bam, that's the first thing that pops in. Like, it's black. Wait, the screen's black? Like, yes, they're actually black screens. They're designed to be to produce in fully lit environments. When you're doing office work and you're setting up your presentation, they say, well, can somebody get the lights? How many times you heard that? Can somebody get the lights? Somebody turn the lights out, please. Can you get the lights? Can you get the lights? When we close the blinds, you won't have to do this with this technology. This is why I explain to people at the end of the day, do not fake your demonstrations. This will come back to bite you in the face. Because if you're faking these demonstrations, if you're depending on ambient light controlled environments to make your product look good, you are stuck to one area only. You're stuck to the home theater. That's what you're stuck to right there. You can't go outside the box. You can't go here and you can't go there and you can't do that and you can't do this and that and the other because you screwed yourself with the term of ambient light controlled. Campset thumbnail, we can operate in that area with no problem whatsoever. That's easy for us. Other people, they can't do it. Screen won't pull. Gray screens won't register in that environment at all, period. Which we're going to be doing some demonstrations on that to show them why whites and gray screens are completely useless in their environment. And again, this is going to give our company a major contract. This building is quite huge. So it's going to give our company a major contract. Once they see that technology pulling in that fully lit environment, they're going to want every screen in that environment coated with that black technology. Now, mind you, they rent these offices out. So imagine how they can advertise this, that you could do your presentations in fully lit environments with our technology. And then on top of that, their windows will be coated with ad technology, which means they can advertise right through that glass using projectors that won't cost them tons of money. I guarantee that the projectors we'll be using and the projectors we'll be advising them to be able to use in their environment will cost them far less than what they have already paid for. And again, we have experience in that because again, the cigar lounge, we set the unit up to produce fish right out the window, and they got 720p projectors set up in there. Cheap projectors, 2 projectors for $400. You know how cheap that is? And companies go out there and they spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $8,000 for projectors, and they get nothing on what they're supposed to get out of these machines at the end of the day. So there's a casino up here too on top of that. I was checking that out. So once we get enough references from different areas, setting up our technology in there, and also too, them buying our products, the next step is to go near the bigger companies, which is PPL building and some of the other places we have down here. There's a whatchamacallit down here too. They do shows and concerts and stuff like that. So I'm going to be popping probably over there after I do about 9 or 10 of these setups. On top of that, this is fantastic footage for the website because we'll be able to show the screens operating and commercial environments. Somebody said something about, how, getting the trust of companies, again, so backwards at the end of the day, it's not a real demonstration. You got to be kidding me. If you can get a screen to fire up in a commercial environment, that's a real demonstration because in those environments, they don't allow you to adjust the lights. That screen has to be able to operate in that environment without washing out or fading. So that dumb nonsense at the end of the day. Yeah, so you can continue to do demonstrations in poorly lit environments and say, oh, you got to use ambient light controlled environments. You shouldn't use ambient light controlled environments. You have ultra short throws. Ultra short throw projectors have no distance throw. If you're in a dark environment or ambient light controlled environment with an ultra short throw, there's a problem with your screen. You have 3,000 lumens. So even if you have 2,000 lumens, you're a foot away from a screen at 2,000 lumens. And if you're at 1,500, you're still a foot away from a screen. There is no way in the world you should ever be sitting in a dark environment with an ultra short throw. Ultra short throw has the power to hit the screen. The problem, the screen doesn't have the power to give you that contrast and color right back at you. So I'm really happy about this. Really happy about this. We have a hotel lobby too. I want to go check out. We're going to be renting out over there too. So quite a lot of demonstrations we're going to have for the website, which is going to be fantastic. We got the new website coming up pretty soon, which is going to be an FLE or VT site, which is going to have the ad tech technology demonstrations from different companies and stuff like that, because that technology evolves around companies. Let me see. I guess I would have to go to out of here and into here. I'm gonna have to get one of those. They're already at the website. They're already at our website already. The first thing they ask is what's your website, Black Series Edition. They're already at the website. This is why another thing too, very important. Do you keep your website professional? If you keep it professional, at the end of the day, you got people that are coming there. You want them to go, ooh, yeah. I went through that when I was looking for an apartment, and they were asking me about my company, and they went right to the website, right down the spot, and they're like, wow. Yeah, you want to make sure your website is breathtaking. Let me see. Put the time in. Put the time in. Put the time in. It's worth it. I put 4 hours in, sometimes 4 hours a day, or 6 hours a day. Some of that could be mostly talking, but I do put some time in. I'm looking for. Here it is. We got it here at the bottom. I'm going to have to expand this whole section right here. And Taco, since he's registered as an emotional support cat, he can go into any environment we want. I'm talking about Taco, they don't care. You just find a cat with an interesting name, they want to see him pop in. So yeah, he's going to be popping. And this is our customer page right here. I got more videos to load up on here too, by the way. This is going to expand by a lot. Matter of fact, I didn't get all her demonstrations, and there's another lady, she gave us some demonstrations. I got to put hers in there, so I got to come back and work and finish expanding the rest of these pages right here. And then we have to expand this page down probably to around, I'm looking at probably getting around maybe roughly, if I can, a good 30, 40 videos for outside. That's just for buildings. Then out in the park, that's a whole nother section right there. I'm doing a ton of demonstrations for the park. So plan we're going to get the consent forms, so that way, people are comfortable being on YouTube, and we can get that signature saying that we got their permission at the end of the day. So that'd be fantastic too. On top of that, get some business, some serious business on top of that. I mean, the business is good, but I mean, company accounts, ooh, man, yes. Mind you, this branch has one massive building here in Allentown, but they own just about one in every state. So that is a major, major contract. On top of that, we really don't have to do a lot of the work at all, period. They can pretty much do it themselves. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm also renting a conference room at the Hilton over there. A couple of luxury conference rooms. We're going to be setting up our screens in there to show off their technology over there. And on top of that, I already got set up for a few expos they're going to be having up here too. We can actually show off your goods and stuff like that, which is going to be fantastic. But that's why I said that ambient light controlled environment, yeah, that stuff will kill your stuff so fast it's not even funny, especially if you depend on it. If you're in an environment, and I've seen someone do this, I'm not going to mention the name, was in an environment and turned the lights out. If you have to turn the lights out, your screen failed automatically from the door. Anytime you walk into an environment, and especially if it's a commercial environment, and if you have to turn down any of those lights to improve the quality of the screen, you failed already from the door. You should never, ever have to do that, ever. It should run perfectly with no problem whatsoever. These are on site. Should run with no problem whatsoever. If you have to turn lights out to make so the colors will pop a little better, you failed. Because that means whoever owns their environment, what if they don't want to turn the lights out? What if they don't want to adjust it? What if they want to keep it the way it is? Then what? Then what are you going to do? Going to advise them to buy a more expensive projector to fix problems that your screen may be having? No. Can't do that either. That's not going to help you. It's going to make it worse. Here we are. These are the videos we shown. This is AdTech. Right there is AdTech. Or the Miss. It was a Miss before it was AdTech. Yeah. Those projectors are cheap. Those projectors in there are $400. We got 2 of them for $400. Now the new advanced version of AdTech basically does. We won't need any of this. That's the one you saw on the glass outside. It was filtering sunlight at 60%. Yeah, it won't require any of this. It'll push right through it, no problem whatsoever. Matter of fact, I got a couple of aquariums, fish tank aquariums, that actually acquired about this technology, but it's not going to be available yet. We're still working on it. This is the Miss. So we had the Miss at around 60%, but the new stuff we have now, yeah, no problem. It basically can filter sunlight. I got to get the other ones on here. I ain't missing a lot of my demonstrations. I haven't had time. Just haven't had the time. I had to get some more video players on here and expand this because we have a bunch more demonstrations, especially on the walkthrough. The walkthrough, I wanted me to put all those demonstrations to walkthrough, and we did through that whole entire complex. Yeah, we have some really, really nice ones. Lots and lots of light hitting the screen. Let me see if I can find on my side over here. Let me see. Let me see here. On site. That's all I got to type in. I was on site all that summer. So yeah, see, there's nothing. I don't have to put anything else in. We have literally information. I use my site myself for information. Something I need. We did tons of demonstrations on site. There we go. Demonstration on why you don't use gray and white screens on site. They don't work at all, period. Any established we're at and we show off a gray and white screen, they don't register. They don't pick up. See in here? There's no, you can't use ambient light controlled in this environment. It's a school at the end of the day. So where the screen is at is in a hallway. So there has to be constant light all the time back and forth in the hallway. So the thing about it is, how would you run a gray and white screen in there? You're not using ambient light controlled in that environment. It won't work. Now, if you have, I've seen people who have black screen paints. You're not ultra short throw. How's that going to work? Majority of the setups we do mostly involve ultra short throw projectors. It's a must. You have to have them. They have to be ultra short throw compatible. And again, very, very important, of all things, very, very important when it comes to a black screen, you have to pick up the color black. That's extremely important because it's not a black screen unless it can see it be a black screen during the day. You have to have that. I have no idea why I'm literally having these conversations. I would think as adults, we should know this already. We should all know colors by now. Because I literally have to have this conversation like, no, you have to show the color black to have black. Like, I'm listening to myself like, am I really having this conversation? I literally got to explain to somebody at the end of the day that you have to have black to have black. At that particular point, this is where I'm just going to start just ignoring people at the end of the day when they give me that comment. Like, well, it can be. No. Stop it. Just stop it. What are you doing? Yeah, getting in trouble again, aren't you? Stay out of trouble. And we're using this one. Yeah, we're using the NEC projector, 3600 lumens. Doesn't read on gray and white screens. Won't pick up. That's my game projector right there. See? Won't register. Doesn't pick up. It's right there on site. It will not register for check. White levels on our technology. Here's our white level demonstrations. We're going to be using these in court, by the way. Yep. On site with the technology. I'm curious to see why, and some demonstrations, how it came up so dark. Whew. Now, one of the things I was asked about when it came to the technology also too, what's the difference between this and black paint? Again, I don't know how people, people are making these great products at the end of the day. Like I said, the Spartan is not your nightmare at the end of the day. We're not your nightmare at the end of the day. Tones is your freaking nightmare. The Home Depot, the Benjamin Moore, Ace is the place that they sell paint over there. Sherwin-Williams, those places are your nightmare because just about, well, if you haven't done the test, you don't know, but yeah, they have a great deal of gray tone paints. So, there's a high risk of one of those matching your screen. If one of those matches your screen, that means your everything you said about your product is just diminished. It's gone. It is just absolutely gone. You can't come back from that one. Well, yeah, you can come back from it. You're just going to have to beat the paint. You're going to have to actually beat the paint. The paint that did you in, you're going to have to beat it. That's what you have to worry about. Us, black versus black, fabric, all that stuff, we do that just for fun. That's easy because I did the test, did the work, put the time in. But if you haven't put the time in, what's going to happen is if you're on site and somebody comes up and goes, hey, what about gray paint at Home Depot or Lowe's? Want to do the same thing? Then what? What do you do? Well, you change the subject, change the topic? No, it ain't going to work. You're in front of a crowd of people. They're going to know you changed the topic. What are you going to do? Nope. You're just going to just slink yourself out of there because that's all you can do. Because again, then we just go up there and put a gray sheet of paper against your screen, and they got your screen that fast. Well, I can do the same thing with this and this. And yeah, that's why these tests are important. That's why you don't skip those tests. That's why they can never go. They can't go where we go. You can't be out there. There's no way in the world. If I was in there and I saw your screen, the first thing that popped up in my head too would be gray paint at the end of the day. And I don't even have to know you. It would just pop up in my head. Just like when we do these black screens, it popped up a few times in people's heads. Like, hey, I do the same thing with black paint. You have to back that up. These are some of the ones I got to get onto the site. This one was also another one we did. Let me see. Gonna have to do those tests. They're very important. Now, next, the art museum over there allows you to rent out space over there too, which I'm going to be renting out because we're going to be playing with the projector mapping application and the virtual picture frame. We're going to be working on over there with that. And every time we mention what we do, the first thing they say is, "Hey, can we come over and check it out? Can we have a look at it?" Oh, yeah, come on, pop over and see what it looks like. Demonstration on using the $400. Sorry, both projectors were around for something. This is in the basement of the place where you got finished spraying the screen down. And this is in the basement area. Now that right there, all this right here is Black Series Edition. All of that is all Black Series Edition technology. See what comes up on that. Epson 480 ultra short throw. Just painted the screen in. These are old demonstrations. Here it is right there. Epson 480. Ooh, I gotta get my weight sets back. I got these right here. I still got these. These two, I need to go order these again. Get those back. All this stuff right here, sitting in storage right now. I don't bother with it. I don't have time to bother with it. For me, it's all work. That's it. It's work. Right now, I'm doing the whole, with the whole setting up reservations and getting ready to do demonstrations in different buildings downtown, which is going to be fantastic. Outdoors. I had to get my permits and all that to make sure all that was legit and everything was straight on that. And then I had to get an EcoFlow system to power up some of the projectors and equipment, speakers, and all that stuff like that, because I want to keep everything short. I got ordered a tablet, so basically I can use a C charge to HDMI to mirror stuff over to the projector, so I can do presentations and demonstrations on that. And then on top of that, if it's not that, it's a ton of paperwork that I'm buried into. Basically getting all the legal work done with the copyrights and everything that have to be done and have to be finished. So, I mean, I don't know how people have the time to do dumb stuff. Must not be running the business correctly, because I don't know where you find the time at. I work 24/7. I work so much, I forgot it was even Christmas Eve at one point. When I did that video, I was like, oh, shoot, it's Christmas Eve? Like, oh, crap. And then I didn't just went past my head. Epson 480. Epson 480. We've had quite a few of the Epson 480s. We've used quite a few of those. Epson 480. Epson 480. These are Epson 480s that we've had. I've bought quite a lot of those. These are all the test demonstrations. Here we go. It's an unboxing Epson 480 right there. There's the Sony right there. Got the Sony for around $300. And then got the Epson for, I don't know, I think I paid 98 bucks for that thing. It was cheap. Right there. It's the Sony VPO FH30. FH30. Let me see. Oh, no. That's the stand. I had to order a stand for that thing. Was it the stand? I wonder, was it the stand that I got? There's a remote control. Oh. Sound playing in the background somewhere. Video playing there. Video playing there. You pause in there and it. Here we go. Epson. Yeah, that's the stand. The stand I ordered the stand. No. That's the. Oh, I had a 5.8. I had so many of these projectors, it's unbelievable. I had a 585W. That's another good one too. I'm gonna grab this one too. I'm gonna see how many of these we actually loaded up on here too. I had quite a bit of the Epsons.
Basically, work in two different ways, so it allows you to connect your ultra short throw to the downstairs, also to your customer's wallpaper screen.
Yeah, that's one of the Epsons right there. There's one right here. That's the stand.
I got orders to ship out today.
Went through all that to get that stand and threw the stand away because I just didn't need it. Yeah, that's the Epson unit right there. I'm gonna get me another one of those. That was a good projector. But that's the 480. Oh yeah, and I had the 475 too. I had the 480. That's the 480. I had the 475. The 475. Because again, we buy a lot of projectors, so I've had just about all of these. You know, you can't do the same. That's why I don't like to do when I do ultra short throw demonstrations. I don't like to do the same projector over and over and over again. I hate doing that. It's just so boring. This is a unboxing on Epson 85W. 85W. Minty.
Oh, you freaking kidding me?
Minty.
Oh, minty.
Minty.
Minty. It's got the lamp.
Minty.
I checked the lamp. The lamp for these things are like $44. Some to replace the lamp anyway, which I don't really care. Okay.
Minty.
Right.
Extra minty. Oh, I remember where I bought that from too. A guy who actually worked here, he had an office and he was basically doing something, but that's what the projectors I purchased from him. Right there. Extra minty. They're my snack.
So, last but last, we have 100 in the cart. That's it. No more. Because you would have never
This is
known
my
about
stack
it.
that came in from Uline for my orders.
To do it on YouTube, so.
Yeah, that was the 580. The 580. I forgot we had all those projectors in there. Oh man, yeah, this is the Epson G5200W. Another one.
Okay, what's going on? How's everybody doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Illuminous 4K screen paint using ambient light projection.
This is how I know they didn't have me doing any testing. Y'all don't have enough projectors.
So
I literally have tons of projectors I can pull up.
I'm rid of some of my projectors in my shop and a few in the
Yeah, this is the Epson. Also too, the NEC 11. Was it the 1150? 1150. I think it was 1150. That's the NEC 1150.
This one's going to be going on the 19th. This goes on the 19th. This will come.
Another Optima over there. Because we don't, again, a technology we developed doesn't require expensive projectors. This is why I was buying projectors left and right, because it doesn't require expensive projectors. Any one of these projectors are incredible. Matter of fact, the styrofoam projection screen, I'll use the 1150 on this one right here for the styrofoam screen. Don't need all that stuff. You got to spend all this money for an expensive projector because the screen don't work. You don't need all that. That's craziness. Let me see. That's the ultra short throw. I might grab me another one of them. There's an Optima ultra short throw right there. It's another stack of projectors in the corner. Those are the Sony VPL FA30 stacked on top. We used to have two of them. And that right there is an Optima ultra short throw. That's the NEC 1150 right over there. Yeah, I don't have to go through all that mess. I'm spending all this money because I'm worrying about contrast and color and all that mess. You don't need all that. Too much money. That was $50 right there for that machine.
This one's going to be going on the 19th. This goes on the 19th.
Look, another stack over in the corner over there.
If you want to use it, you can use it.
Look, those are the Sony VPL duals. I had two of them right there. What do we got here? And I got another this projector right here, the Epson G5 200W, whatever you want to call it. That's the same projector I used when I did the demonstration outside for the motorized projection screen. Same one. That was at the other place. Yeah, that's a good one too. Well, at least I got a history of buying projectors, so if I ever want to buy one of these again, I already had them already. That was a good one right there. Where's the giant, the Christie with the massive freaking, the big one? I had to buy a power supply. That's the stand. Here's the stand right here. So I bought the stand right here to hang the projector up like this. And then over here, did I do the stand here? I did do the stand. Yeah. There's a stand right there. Hooked it up.
But with this technology, it's not a black, but it's kind of a really dark gray. It has a very interesting color code to it. You'll
This was a Supreme 7. Supreme 7s had a gunmetal.
Set it down, I would fill out most of the screen. For this projector over top, I would have to push out a little bit more of a distance to get a bigger picture. Because these have to be mounted over top the screen with this one.
Oh yeah, that projector had to be mounted over top. You didn't have a choice, so you couldn't lay it down due to the fact that it didn't have the ability when you go to press it and you go to reverse it upside down. You can from upside down from one side to the next side. You couldn't do it on that one. It had to be mounted to the ceiling only. This is my two NECs.
Okay, how are we doing out there today?
These 1150s, right? I had two of them.
A luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light projection.
So like in the environment. Look at the stack. Look at the stack. That's what I'm talking about. Your stuff don't run. You got to basically go out and get special projectors. That's what I call it, a crutch projector. Crutch projectors are when people have to use a certain projector in the demonstrations to get their color to pop, to get their contrast to pop. And they still fail. So if anybody else is using a projector that is under that one, their picture quality is going to suffer. Black Technology can run all that with no problem whatsoever. I'm going to grab another one of these. This was a pretty good size projector. That's the one we used in the 1100 lumen challenge outside. Oh, there's Taco's projector right there. That's before I got Taco. That was his projector right there. An Optima. I got the projector for $37. Oh. You should be able to pull up in any environment. All this light we have in here, if your screen can't register in there, you've got problems. Oh, so I must be pulling up all my Epsons. Let me see right here. 1100 lumen, fully lit environment.
Okay, how we doing out there? First things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Illuminous.
So see the environments I'm pulling up? If you can't get your screen to fire up in this environment, you can't work on site. It's virtually impossible. You can't do it. Can't do it. I seen somebody with a short throw venue, big boy too at that, and had to turn the lights out near the screen because the screen was washing out. That is really, really bad. Awful at the end of the day. Well, I had basically ran that classroom. I was like, who the freak turned the lights out over here? These lights are supposed to be on. That's the reason why we got all the lights in the environment to begin with. Nice, bright environment. We're turning out lights in there, and then we got a problem. There's no way in the world to let that nonsense slide. See? Got to be to operate star fields and fully lit environments without them washing out and turning gray. But yeah, if I had walked into an environment and I seen the lights out with a projector, we just paid all that money for this machine. Why we have lights out in here? Or we got this great product up on the wall. We have to no. It got to go. No way in the world I'm turning the lights out in my environment. It's a classroom. Why you have lights out in there? Your lights gonna be out all the time? Every time we no. We did that OLED demonstration in that dark environment. Yeah, you're supposed to have lights contacting the screen at all time. Let me put down, let me see. Projection ceiling. Now, if you notice, if you look at all the videos in here, right, every last one of them are done in the dark because it won't work. Turn those lights on, the screen will automatically fail. See that? In the dark, in the dark, in the dark. Yep, siree. Ain't gonna work. But our technology doesn't have that issue. Oh, I told them about the ceiling projection technology. They definitely want to see that, and the one for the floor. So we have to make a portable floor. Mostly the exercise mats, those puzzle mats, they were fantastic. I can just put them into a bag and just take them. See right here? Now look at this one. Look at the difference in this one right here. You see, this is us right there. That's our technology right there. Everybody else is in the dark. So when people are looking for technology that they can have the lights on, they'll look at everybody else's stuff, and then they'll stumble upon our stuff and go, bam, sitting there with the lights on, doing a demonstration, and that's why they contact us. They do the research. I was projecting off the ceiling and I had somebody come in and say, well, why would you do that? Why don't you have it just to the wall? And you don't think outside the box at all, period. They use these screens in just about anything you can possibly think of. The only problem is you can't run a gray and white in there. You know why? Because if you're going to be showing a solar system, that's going to be hard to do if the screen's coming up gray. Outer space is black and not gray. So that won't work. Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. Nope, that's my music I'm listening to. Bum, 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 bum. Here we are over here. Bum, bum. This is why you don't do ambient light controlled environments. Absolute nightmare on your screen. Don't do it. Test your stuff in fully lit environments. Introduce as much light as possible to your screens. Because if you're worried about your screen washing out and fading, if you're worried about your product failing, then that means you need to go work harder. That's what you need to do. So you can get it to work off a ceiling, like all these demonstrations that we have here for ceilings. So, you know, look at it. I can make it snow. Make it snow. 180-inch screen. Got a screen sitting in there in the window, right over there. This is how your stuff is supposed to operate. Come over here into the next area. There you go. Right off the ceiling. And people don't understand the concept of, I'm not saying people don't, but the naysayers don't really understand the concept of being able to get a screen to fire off a ceiling when you have lights on. This goes beyond your ambient light rejection demonstrations inside your home. Most people, that everyday light right there would wash out your screen just like that with no problem. But we produce images off the very ceiling that you fear that's going to wash your screen out. So if you're claiming at the end of the day to say, oh, we have ambient light rejection technology, I'm like, no, the freak you don't. Because you can't get that stuff to work off a ceiling. Floor is taking 10 times more light because the light that's actually introducing to the ceiling is now introducing to the floor straight down. There's my NEC projector right there. So what happens if a company says, hey, we need you to paint this to a ceiling and we want to have all the lights on. We want to have this in a restaurant. We're going to have it in a bar. We're going to have this in a little eatery or whatever we're going to have it at the end of the day. We need all the lights on. Then what? Well, we can't take the order. That means that order goes to us because we can operate in that environment. Turn the screen into gold, liquid gold. Now, people have not done these tests and didn't do them. They cut all these corners. They have cheated themselves out big time. I can come in to your job site where you installed the screen and I can basically take your order correctly, take your business right from you that fast, that quick. Because we can pull up in fully lit environments. That's why when I see people saying we have ambient light rejection screens, no, you do not have ambient light rejection screens. Some of y'all can't even turn your ceiling lights on without your screen washing out. That's the benefit of black technology. See that? That's Van Gogh. That's his art piece right there. I could do that in a museum. All their lights on, and I can project moving art off their ceiling. By using a projector, the projector on the floor cost me $150. It's an NEC 3000, and it's traveling. A ceiling's around about 9 feet tall. To hit the ceiling. It's expanding out to a 180-inch screen right in the middle, where you have a center light right in the middle. Love it. Got to be to do that, people. That's why I said you have to be to project anywhere. See, now we got this one right now. This is on my what projector I'm using for this. It might be my NEC projector, running them back and forth. See, demonstration here. So the same light that's connecting, that's wrapping light around here, is the same light that's making contact here. Oh yeah, that's my NEC $60 projector on the floor. You have to be able to operate now. So if I had a gray screen in here or a white screen in here, can you give me a 100% star fill? Can you give me contrast? Can you give me true color without the screen washing out, without me going out spending more money for a projector, which I don't want to do. Not going to work. Oh, here. Here's my theory right here. On the gray screen to a ceiling. They don't read at all. So these are the demonstrations we'll be showing them. And when we get over there, I will be showing them demonstrations on why gray and white screens are useless. Because again, well, actually, technically, the white screen still has its worth because again, it's used to be coated over with our technology. But a gray screen is not worth your time. They don't have the capability. Is this the thundercloud? I was kind of hunt that thing down. I think that is the thundercloud. Gotta figure out which one that one is. Let me see. Projection screen, ceiling. Let's go with floor. Floor projection technology. This is what you should be able to do. If you go to someone's YouTube channel, you should literally be able to type this stuff in with no problem. If you're typing this stuff and nothing's coming up, then guess what? They don't have enough research and test demonstrations done on their products. You should literally do it. People go to my YouTube channel to get vast amounts of information. There's so much stuff on there, it's not even funny. How to build your own stands, how to build your own, even on your own projector mounting brackets. All that's there. Look at this setup right here. This is the setup I had in the basement. Floor projection, 129-inch 1610, and portrait mode, all going off at the same time. So if anyone ever pops up and says, hey, I want to build a mini arcade, I want LED lights, I want the floor and all that, here we go. Give you an idea what it's like. $150-inch screen theater setup. Built one of those too. I actually did that with a fixed frame screen and built the whole entire curtain system around it, which was an actually interesting build to put together. There it is right there. Yeah, that was pretty cool to put together. That was one of my first 150-inch screens, which is actually pretty interesting. Floor puzzle projection screen. Let me see over here. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this one. This is pretty cool. We have somebody want to do one of these for a little discotheque. That's projected right to the floor. And the surface is flexible, which means you can walk on it, you roll chairs across it, and it's not going to crack, not going to peel, none of that at the end of the day. White level applications. Now, some of you gray paints out here, you don't want to do gray versus gray. This is a 7 demonstration versus a black versus black demonstration on 7s. You know how far these tests go back? That is black paint right here. This right here is our product here. Because someone came in the room, and Trolls gave us, the reason why we have all these tests, because of the Trolls. Troll came in one time and said, not that Troll, the other Troll, came in and said, hey, what's the difference between your product and black paint? And I said, you know, that's a really good idea. That's a real good idea. I ain't run from it like you jokers do at the end of the day. I'm talking about to the whatchamacallit people who don't do these tests. We don't run from tests. We do them. We get it done. But anyway, yeah, somebody made the comment. Now, I could have basically smoke screened it until my customers pressured me to do it. Or I could have went out and just did and got the job done. Now, I didn't know the outcome of that. I didn't know if it was going to match or going to have a problem because I never did the test before. Never did them. But the question was actually an extremely good one. It was worth the challenge. So I went out and I did the demonstration. And guess what? Found out other stuff don't match house paint. And guess what? Didn't stop there. Continue to do more demonstrations and more crazier demonstrations, challenging myself on every single level I can possibly think of. That's how much faith you have to have in your product. You don't just, oh, I just barely made it past that. I'm never going to do it ever again, ever again. That's what he did with the Network Gray. He got caught, he matched the screen, and then he was terrified to do the demonstration ever again. Because the demonstration we're watching now, the one about the yellowish tone, that's a reboot. That we watched that get deleted off his account and come back. But have you done any more? Have you painted any more? And not only the Network Gray, there's a whole bunch of other paints out there you should be doing against your product. But nope, ain't going near that one with a 10-foot pole. Never again. But we kept doing them. We kept doing them, to when you go to our website, you see this massive row of freaking black versus black, which is about to expand because I'm literally building a page for our black versus black. I have to do another site because I'm almost out of website memory. We literally ate through much website memory. I think I get something like I ate through 100 gigs or something. I ate through a lot. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to build a whole section for that. It's going to have every black versus black demonstration. It'll be quite a lot. And it's going to have challenge. We challenge for all screens to do the exact same thing we did. Oh, look at this right here. Puzzle, projection, screens. Oh, we can put in, let me see, tabletops. Did that one too. Tabletop projection screen. It's funny, when you put in tabletop, they put in the projection screen that you set up on the table, like the portable ones. That's considered to be the tabletop for them. When actually is an actual tabletop projection setup. But that's what tabletop for them means. It means you can set up on your table and pull it up. See, right here, tabletop. But ours is a little different from that one. Ours is the actual table. For us, that would be portable. Tabletop projection screens. Paste over there. And let me see. There you go. Tabletop. That is a giant tabletop projection screen that I built for Pac-Man. Plenty of lights out there. Nice and bright. Doing some fish. Let me see. That's a giant Pac-Man. Oh, that was a giant table made out of micro mesh. That was a pretty cool build. Right there. There it is right there. That was a fun build. Custom Pac-Man. Next time I'm doing the chasers. If I do another one, I'm going to do those tube lights around the screen. And then I'm going to do the chasers embedded. Like it's got a kind of a Pac-Man effect. That's what I want to do. Do something crazy. That was fun. Let me see. Oh, there it is right there. There's another one right here on my office table right there. That's one an Epson projector. Let me see if I want to go to micro mesh. Micro mesh. When I put down, you should be able to project anywhere. Anywhere. You shouldn't have any issues. If your product is tested as you claim it is, you should be able to do exactly as you designed it to do. So here we can make multi-screens. I can put in multi-screens. I can show you multi-screen setups. Should be able to do this easily. There's no problem. Now I've done this. I've gone to people's sites. I've looked around on their sites and I found nothing. Absolutely nothing. at all. Our demonstrations versus white surfaces, demonstrations on 1,000 lumen projectors, 800 lumen projector, 50 lumen projectors, 200 lumen projectors, you name it, we've done it. Multi-projector setups, we've done that. Projector mapping applications, done that. Customized gaming screens, customized gaming motorized projection screens. I painted so many motorized projection screens, it's not even funny. Tension screens, did that one too. Over here, we're gonna put in micro mesh. Everything we developed under micro mesh. Everything we coded under micro mesh. Fully lit environment. That means it's like constantly transferring back and forth in that screen. Now, when I see people doing mesh, what they usually do is they have the other side nice and dark. So the image here can pull it better, but we got light transferring back and forth. So it makes you think, did we always have that kind of technology, be to transfer light back and forth and energize? Yeah, we did. It's just that the FLE technology can basically transfer 100,000 lux of power right through the screen, and it doesn't affect it. Now see, look at the time wasted. Well, this is for the naysayers. Do you see all these videos I'm pulling up? How come you don't have as many videos as I have? Because you wasted your time basically being bitter. That's what you did. Me, I went to go think. I went outside the box. That's where I went. Yep. While you were hating on me, I was out there cracking books, doing research. That's what I was doing. Now, I can step off YouTube. I can go anywhere I want, and I can basically show our screens off anywhere I want to show them off at. And y'all can't go there. You got too many other things to think about right now. You worry about that Spartan technology. That's what you got to worry about. That thing popping up at your front door and talking about ready to battle. You got to worry about that. Well, see, look at that. Cool stuff, man. That's a mesh surface. Now, does this stuff match our screens? No, we did the tests. They're called black versus black. We literally did these tests on black fabric, black mesh, black film, black plastic, clothing, all that, whatever you name it, we've done it already. The difference between our product and just everyday mesh. Because I had people come like, well, I can just go in and I can just get regular mesh and do the same thing. No, freak, you won't. Because what's going to happen is that image is going to come up dark and dirty. We can put that right against our screens and show you the difference. We do it all the time. That's what the black versus black demonstrations are for. This was a screen I was designing for front and rear DJ applications. Yeah. For visual shows special effects, projector sitting on the opposite side of that. Dedicated theater rooms, did that one already. There's another one right here. So with this right here, I can take the micro mesh and I can design an FEL hologram product that we can use for holograms and do a side-by-side to show you the difference where our white levels and contrast and colors would actually put that to shame, or any surface to shame. Which I might do that. I might design a hologram Cody. Why not? Wait, I gotta pace myself here. I got so much stuff coming out right now. See the angle gain on it? See how it picks up nice and sharp when you turn to the side? Nice and clean. It doesn't fade, it doesn't wash out. Yeah. So you should be able to pick up in that environment with the light pushing back and forth with no problem whatsoever on micro mesh. Let me see. Let's go play with some styrofoam. Oh, I forgot about this one. This is another demonstration we do with the projector mapping application. Separate screens. Each one of these screens are basically mapped. Yes, projector mapping applications. Let's do let's go simple with styrofoam projection screen. Oh, there it is right there. Styrofoam projection screen.
From 100 inch to 127
That's
inch.
my screen made out of styrofoam. Now, for the other fellow who made the comment about he wouldn't make a screen out of styrofoam, let me educate you right quick. So this is a different kind of styrofoam. This is called insulation styrofoam. I think I've been around long enough and longer than you at the end of the day to know the difference between using the kind that puts the nooks and crannies, the white kind that they use when they pack in boxes. You don't want to go with that, because that's going to take forever for you to beat a coat, because you're going to have all these little nooks and crannies in there. This is called insulation, which is much smoother. Comes in purple and seafoam green. That's why I tell people, before you run your mouse, crack books first on me before you do that, because you can get embarrassed real quick. That's made out of styrofoam. And not only styrofoam, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 sheets in here all put together.
Now, with the technology we developed, it gives you the ability to turn anything you want, just about anything you want. Styrofoam, but they call it poly panel. That's what it's called. And I come over to the screen a little closer so you can see.
Poly panel.
Now, keep in mind.
So if you want to build a screen out of styrofoam, guess what you can? When building out of cardboard, you can. Bed sheets, we did that one first. Of course, we know we got people going to copy and say, oh, we did it. No. Timestamp, baby. I can go back and show you the timestamp. We did it first. I know y'all want to say y'all did it first, but y'all didn't. Sorry. Let me see. Yep, there we go. Styrofoam. We're the only ones that did it. It's right there. Let me see. What else am I going to choose? Styrofoam. What about a screen door? As well, let's go look it up. Screen door projection screen. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go pop over to the channel. There we go. Let's go back over here. Micro mesh, styrofoam projection screen. This is why when the person sat there and contacted me, we knew it was one of those fake customers, because it's just what he was saying at the end of the day. But he was sitting there saying, well, you know, he got mad because I didn't want to sit there and just go through this long conversation with him. Look, this is why we do all these tests. You can literally go to my site and pull up stuff, and it will show you the video of what you're looking for. But no, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to argue with me. He literally wanted to have this argument. I was like, man, look, it's Christmas. I'm not having this argue with you, okay? Give me your phone number. That way I can contact you. We can talk, and I can see what you're trying to do. I'm not giving you my phone number. I don't feel comfortable giving you my information. Well, that's going to be a problem, because we need your address to ship it. You know that, right? Okay, just wondering. And he never contacted me again. Yeah. This right here would be, ooh, shoot, I forgot I did this demonstration. This is outside. That's what I'm saying. People outside, this is the part that I don't get. You're sitting in a room and you got the blinds pointed up at the ceiling. This is why I laugh at stuff like this. Why are your blinds pointed to the ceiling? Dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, but the other blinds are going straight in a different direction, not where the screen's being at. You're redirecting light because the screen will wash out. That's why. You said, so what did you say about black technology not being able to absorb light? I don't know what I'm talking about. You know how many demonstrations I have at the end of the day versus y'all demonstrations? Are you kidding me? That's stuff I forgot even done at the end of the day. That's a fabric screen outside, I think 12 o'clock or whatever in the afternoon. We're out there watching movies off of it. There's no windows out there. There's no doors. There's no ceiling. There's none of that nonsense at all, period. And before you say, oh, but that's a height. You know how many demonstrations I've got on 1,000 lumen projectors? I own 50 lumen projectors. Okay. Well, there you go. That's why I find it tickles me when I hear people talk about, well, black screens aren't really designed to be used. No, yours is. Not mine. Don't put me in the same category. There's mine right there. I want to sit there, black screen. Don't put me in that category. No. And yours don't work. Mine works perfectly fine. I don't know where in the world you got that from, adding me in that category. Please, don't even do that. All black screen. You got the wrong person at the end of the day. No, that wouldn't be us. That'd be you. Only you. Only you. That's how that works. I'm trying to chalk up because your screen don't work. You want to blame everybody else for your shortcomings. I ain't a part of that at the end of the day. My screens can pull up outside. I got tons of video demonstrations showing my product pulling up. And we don't use the window blinds going up in the air. I don't know why they're pointed up in the air. Well, we know why. You didn't want the screen to hit. If you stuck your screen outside, that thing would have washed it out next to the screen. See how the color pops? There you go. I had the nerve to sit there and say all black screen. You spoke. You spoke too soon. That's not us. That'd be you. Just you. You, only you, inside. That'd just be you. Only you having that stuff. When I paint my screens down, they're actually black. They're not gray. I've never painted that. If a screen was meant to be gray, it's meant to be gray. I've never seen that before. I tell you something. In the many years I've been in this business, I have never seen anyone paint a screen down and it just changed to a different color. I'm like, what the freak is going on here? That's, you're not supposed to, yeah, that's, no. I'm gonna take this video too. I like this video too. I don't know this video. So I got so many video demonstrations, we don't post everything. And then we get somebody come in and talk trash and go, well, you know, this, that. No. That's just you. That's just you. Not me, just you. Don't put me in that category at all, period. All right, what do you got on there? What did I put down? Screen projection screen. That's no. We don't have that issue. Not even our gunmetal technology doesn't even have that issue. We can be in fully lit environments. We specialize in ambient light projection technology. Oh, DMP Supernova. This was Elite Screens and DMP Supernova that we challenged. I'm not going to mention who, you know what I'm talking about. Sat there and made some dumb excuse somehow. Well, you know, black screens have that issue. No. We don't have that issue. That'll be you. That'll be all you at the end of the day. All you. Rear projection technology. Ah, here it is. Is this one with the screen? Is this one with the screen? Yeah, there we go. Actually, that's your piece of screen. Did you know that coded with our technology? Yes, sirree. Gives it a really cool effect, though. It's really interesting to watch. Okay, there's the NEC 2000 lumen projector, NEC old projector, the relics. A screen. Yep, screen. Now, do you know there's a way you can actually turn it into like, oh, I'll have to show you that one. When we build the another site, but the other site we're going to have a lot of how-tos on there, and one of the how-tos will show you how to make your own virtual fish tank. Looks like you got a lot of fish in there, but you don't have a lot of fish in there. It's designed to make it look that way. So you got to do one of those. Oh, do we have any Halloween screens? We do have Halloween screens, don't we? Let me see. Halloween projection screen. We've done those, right? I think we've done those. See if we got it down here. If it popped up. No, we didn't pop up there. Let me see. Halloween projection screen. Let's do this right here. 1610s, 1610s, 16.9s, 16.9s, 235.1s, 235.1s. Halloween projection screens. Boom. Did them already. I've done so many versions of Halloween screens, it's not even funny. Told you, done them to death. Everything we've done already. The next stage for me, being inside of a home environment is not enough for me anymore. It's just not enough. I need to be out there in real environments. The on-site demonstrations I really freaking enjoyed. You know why? Because no control. of the environment. Well, I had no control of environments anyway, but still, it's like it's a much more intense environment. I like that. It's much more of a challenge, you know, and that's why I can't wait to do my little road trip to pop up in different areas and be to show up for screens and have people check out and be amazed by black technology. Oh, there it is. There's another one. This is the screen door projection screen. So companies go to my YouTube channel, dig up stuff to figure out how to do their projects. And then they contact us to buy our technology. But if you're doing the same demonstration over and over and over again on the same projector, same dark environment, and you don't change up, your stuff is going to outdate itself easily. You don't challenge yourselves. I even have projections underwater. That was fun. Let me see what we have here. Oh, projection screens. Let's go check out some haunting stuff. Ooh. 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 Let me see. Oh, this is one with the strobes in the back too. Now, benefits of a black screen that's front and rear used for Halloween displays. Why? Because all the lights and even the strobes going off in the background won't show your screen off to be white or gray. And this makes it easier for you to be to camouflage the screen in any environment outside. Because when you got all those strobes being fired off on your screen, it turns your screen white and it makes it look fake. But when it's black and you can hide it into the darkness and it absorbs, yeah, it's a fantastic effect. See the strobes flashing in the back? So they're not affecting the screen at all whatsoever? Yeah. So you can have a flashing strobe going off in the back. You can have this floating head and all that cool stuff. Yep. Let me see. Let's go with acoustics. Acoustic projection screens. Acoustics. Are we there at the acoustics? Are we with the acoustics? We're with the acoustics. Let's go pull our acoustics up. Acoustic projection screens. Acoustic projection screens are mainly going to be white or gray. Still can't see contrast. You still won't pick up color. Let's go pop over in our section and let's check out some acoustics. This is what you should be able to pull. Anytime you go to someone's account, if they claim they've done the work on projection screens, you should be able to do this very easily. And they should be able to show a screen that pulls up anywhere. We haven't hit outside yet. We're still playing around with the other stuff. We haven't done weatherproof, none of that stuff. Get screens in the snow, screens in the rain. We did all that stuff. Acoustic projection screens. There we go. These are my acoustic screens right here. Custom built frame. I'm building from the ground up, showing you how to build a custom acoustic frames. Oh man, we haven't looked into that too. I got a whole section on how to custom build your own frames, all that stuff, everything.
First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. Sorry about the network in the way.
See, we got custom built frames to design. Boom.
Screens. Right now, I'm working on my levitating projection screen.
Oh, levitating projection screens. Yeah, we got to look into that too. The levitating screens. Oh, the things are freaking amazing. The levitating screens, acoustic screens.
My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We're material that you could basically ball it up, put it in the corner, easy to store, you know, because it's a fabric material.
Again, maxed out environment. Your meter will not read in this environment. As a matter of fact, the new section we're putting in, meters don't read down there at all. They won't read at all, period. Okay. Acoustic. The acoustics. Oh, tension projection screens. Let me do this one right here. More acoustic screens. Oh, I remember this one right here. The splatter screens. We even get around to that. Splatter screens is where we take screens and we splat paint across them. And show you at the end of the day why white and gray screens don't register. Oh, that's my 235.1 in the next room. We up to 235.1. The big boy. 235.1. Look at this right here. Why your white screens don't work. 5,000 lumens. We're using a 5,000 lumens on this screen surface, and it can't pick up. It won't pick up on the white screen, even at 5,000 lumens.
I was in world. In one place, they had a big white screen. No, it was a Disney store. The Disney store in front.
See, and register. I actually painted the screen outside, like this, with the projector. So it don't register, it don't pick up. I told you at 5,000 lumens, when you hit a screen with that, it just washes it out even faster. So some people think at the end of the day, if I go out and I get myself a projector with a really beefy amount of light, ooh, check out the collection. Boom, the collection. There go Old Faithful right there. The collection. This is a collection. Y'all don't test your stuff. That's the thing about it. Y'all use the same projector over and over and over again, and y'all don't test your stuff. Look at all these projectors sitting over here. Look at that.
So in the gaming room, I'll show you the screen. And here, this is the gaming room I'm building right now. I'm setting up. This is one of the screens. This is an elite screen right here.
No projector right there. That's another one right there.
This giant screen over here.
Supposed to have screens all wrapped around, do all those tests to make sure that the screens work in all different kinds of environments. That's what you're supposed to do. And y'all get scared. Dedicated theater room set up.
Screens. I gotta get pictures of this screen for the website for the
Why gray screens don't work. And dedicated setups, they don't register, they don't pick up. See the color? They don't even register. Can't run. That right there is a Dark Star 9 at $3,000, and this right here is gray screen paint right here. So that technology right there just took out a $3,000 projection screen. Because I was in a forum site, and they were like, well, you know, hey, I got this screen, and, you know, I think it's a fan. And I'm like, okay, well, I think I compete with yours. Oh, okay, let's do this. I got it right here. Let's go do this demonstration in a dedicated theater room, and let's show you. Yeah, I'm going through all this because, no, just showing you. Lights out. Screen don't register. That's gray house paint, or gray paint, you know what I mean? It don't register for jack.
They don't reply back to us.
Don't work. It's a waste of time. We got multi-projector setups, multi-screen setups, curve projection screens. Did that one already. Oh, tension projection screen. Was that the tension? Yeah, this is the tension. How to paint motorized projection screens. We get this all the time. That's a tension screen right here.
Projector's like only about $230 refurbish. You can get it brand new for $300.
That is another product we're doing. Here we go. Painting the screen in.
And this is going to disrupt your picture quality. All right, so first things first.
And as for the other one freaking coat. Because there is no way in the world that I'm basically passing over that screen 8 or 9 times. We're not doing that. I'm painting that screen one-handed with a phone in my hand.
Coat my edges. Our screen paint. Come down here, get my edge again.
So I should be able to paint that screen while it's sitting against the wall. You know what happens when you take a motorized projection screen? Motorized projection screens, when you take them off the wall, you have to basically hold them up, and you have to basically turn them, hit the remote control so the screen extends all the way out. And once you get the screens extend all the way out, you have to make sure you have nothing underneath of there, no wires, cables, screws, whatever, because when you paint over this, this could leave a mark in your screen, which you don't want to do. So yeah, best way to do a motorized projection screen, you can take them down and paint them. But you don't want to go back over that screen multiple times over and over and over again. You want to get it painted, get it done, and get it finished.
No time at all to do this.
Look at that. One code application, finished. I got to put these up here. No, I forgot. We got a demo page. We have a massive demo page. All these demonstrations are literally in the demo page right now. So we can go to the demo page and get those. These are all my acoustic screens right here. Let me see something. Glass projection screens. Let me see. Acoustics, glass projection screens. These are all glass screens, plexiglass, glass. We've done glass projection screens that date all the way up to around Black Technology 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, we had Black Technology. It's right there on glass. I had somebody come like, you just developed it? No, we've had it for quite some time. We've had rear projection technology. We can go back to our old accounts. And you'll see in our old accounts, it'll pick up 7 years, 8 years, way, way, way back. 8 years when we had that technology. Spray on applications. Yeah, the question is, y'all have not been doing any tests at all, period. So you want to buy from somebody who has experience. They don't have any experience. We'll see how much you have once that Spartan's coming. Tomorrow, we should have a Spartan by tomorrow, just in time for the 4th and the 8th. The reason why the 4th and the 8th are two dates that are very, very important because we got two individuals which we're going to basically take out on that day. And again, like I said, I do not want to hear the crying. I'm a very busy person. I do not have time for people to be crying and whining because Spartan came to your front door and you couldn't basically deliver. It just comes down. I don't want to hear excuses. Don't do excuses because excuses are sad. We've been through this already. I've been through the excuses. I got something like freaking 20 canceled orders from one person and 7 canceled orders from the other one. I don't want to hear the excuses. I've been down this road already. So what else are you going to tell me you haven't told me already when you cancel the first time? Shopping carts not opening up, all that dumb nonsense, been through that. Websites, 404 pages, marketplaces being taken down. Yeah, it's same nonsense. That's all it is. Just go in there, embarrass your stuff, and be done. That's it. Money's already sitting in my account. I'm even tempted to buy right now. So yeah, it doesn't make a difference. And if you sit on the orders, which we know one of you have a habit of sitting on the orders, if you do that, I'm going to give you the amount of time it takes for you to ship out the order. If not, we go file a complaint with PayPal. If you lie, I'll show the transcripts. Everybody will see it. So don't get on there. Don't say things that are not true because I can print out your transcripts and I can show exactly what you said. So don't do that. I don't have time to go back and forth with you. We're not doing that. We come there, we buy. If you basically return the money back to your account, then that means in the day you can't back your products again. So that's the end of that right there. This is also going to be used against you in court. You know that, right? It's definitely going to be used against you in court. If you make statements that you can take someone's product and then you turn around and you cancel the order when the person comes to buy your product, this does not go well at all, period. So, yeah. So, Spartan to be there. One has the 4th, which locked his shopping carts right from the door when he found out about the Phantom. It's a Phantom Spartan, by the way. That's why we made it a Phantom, because he was talking trash. He locked his shopping cart and made some excuse that I'm on vacation. Everybody has a website knows that's a bunch of bull crap because you can run a website even if you're on vacation. You just handle the orders when you come back, that's all. And you don't got brick and mortar. Ain't like somebody got to be there, you know what I mean? You can just basically do the orders. That was just an excuse. I'm curious. I got to pop over and see something for a minute. These shopping carts are open. I just have to see. Now, is it a big thing to get the product? Actually, no, not all, period. But he's going to keep it locked, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm not the only one gunning for it. I got multiple people that have bets on getting this product over here. So if he cancels the order with us, it just clearly shows at the end of the day that all that trash he talked about, he threw Wait clean under the bus, because Wait talked all this trash about how his product was amazing and this, that, and the other, and it's not going to look well for him. It's going to be really pitiful that we can't come in and buy the product because he's afraid, and the shopping carts remain locked because, again, if I can't get it, one of my friends will get it. So we're still going to have it. Doesn't make a difference. So with that being said, he'll lock the shopping carts for good because we've seen it before. And again, Wait talked all this trash about his product being all this great. How is that going to make him look at the end of the day when the very person who makes the product that he supports refuses to open up the shopping carts and shut down? That's going to make him look really, really bad. But, hey, what you choose for friends is what you choose for friends. As for the other fellow, We're used to his cancellations. So we're just going to go in, put the order in, and then watch the money go back to my account, or make him just sit on the order and make some kind of a stupid excuse or something. But other than that, we'll give him the grace period of time it takes to process the order. And after that, we'll go file. And you'll see in our transcripts, it will clearly say that we requested the item, not the money, as we always do. So with him, he's not going to shut down his cart. So my friends will come to get that. We're going to get it either way. It doesn't make a difference. You can lock the shopping cart. The only way he's going to be able to get rid of my friends that'll be coming through to get it is he's going to have to lock the shopping carts. That's it. You got to go through all that. Something is wrong. But as for making videos about calling it the Spartan trash or whatever, we don't care, because again, we came to your front door and you were afraid to do the business. That's all. You couldn't process it. And mind, you get a certified letter coming to you pretty soon. Certified letter is requesting black paint for the Spartan because you said some nonsense, which I'm going to use that in court. Yep. So we ran his mouth on that, and we'll send it over to him too on top of that. But as usual, crying and whining, that's what it's going to come down to. Anybody else that we're going to go against, we don't have that problem. They're professionals. I had a bunch of people that were looking at the video where he carried on and he went berserk on his account. They were like, gee whiz, I would never do business with that, ever. You have no company would touch you with a 10-foot pole. If you're representing a company and you are having a dispute with us and you come on cursing and carrying on and acting up to posting addresses, the company will drop your contract in a minute, because that's bad publicity for them. You're not supposed to act that way. Send them over no cursing, simple letter. That's all. Just simply, we're going to come down on the 4th. So it means on the 8th, so you all know. All the information's right there. We'll post a letter if you want. And yeah, that's it. And he just went through the roof with the B-boy and called me his girl and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, I am not your girl. And if he says that's not true, I got it over on the phone. We document everything. Went off. Very unprofessional. Posting addresses and stuff like that. And see, the problem you have there is that if you're going to carry yourself that badly, then people are not going to do business with you. And this is what pretty much destroyed him altogether. Just that nasty attitude he has. So, you know, what if a customer is upset with you? What are you going to do? Who knows what you're capable of doing? And if you're going to post our address, you're definitely going to post his address or anybody else's. Can't say that you're not, because you just did ours. Yeah, and that got him sued. Yeah, he has 4 lawsuits coming up. 4 lawsuits coming up, back to back to back. There's one for the address. There's one for posting our faces without our permission. There's one we call my company a scam. All this stuff, he's being hit. And guess what? I'm going to tell you something, people. We're going to win every last one of them. You know why? He's not going to come down here and fight them lawsuits. He's not. He's going to stay right over there and take the hit. He can't come down. He has to come down for the criminal charges. Yes, he has to come down for that. He'll mess around and get a bench warrant on him. We don't want to mess around with that. But the lawsuits, he's not coming down here for that. No, he's not even going to show up. I'll tell you why. He's afraid. He's afraid because he has criminal charges. He steps foot over here. You know what I mean? For right now, while everything is being taken care of, and I guess they're going to arrest him, or it's going to come down, it's going to happen. But he stepped foot over here. Yeah, he's going to have problems over here. He's terrified. He's got criminal charges on him right now. So he's not going to show up. We can file as many lawsuits as we want. He'll never show up. We'll sit there, win the case, and then as always, we got enough evidence to bury him anyway. So win the case, we done. Go upstairs to the top floor where they had the debt collectors and go execute judgment right there on the spot. And then after that, a couple of days later, some people will be popping up at his front door telling him, hey, we got to take your stuff. He's not going to show up. I guarantee you. How is he? How are you going to fight a lawsuit? Clearly, we're suing his company and we're suing him. So how are you going to fight a lawsuit that clearly shows you showing someone's pictures that you doctored and tampered with and posted them right on your company's account? We're talking to him right through the messenger. How are you going to get around that? Can't. You have to take the lawsuits, and lawsuits are pretty hefty. First, 2 of them are 12 grand a piece, and some of them range between 50K. One of them is actually $1 million lawsuit. Yep. So he's not going to go fight it. Oh well. And doing dumb stuff, people. Doing dumb stuff. But anyway, I got stuff to do. We'll get ready for this whole new adventure we're going to be on, taking our technology in all different areas. And I told you I got plans to do a lot of business. I'm doing business online, don't get me wrong, but I'm also starting an offline adventure too. So I got showrooms and places and stuff like that I'm going to be investing in. On top of that, I got investors. I've got investors that are interested on getting in on the ground floor of our FLE technology. Woo. No, I have no idea if I'm going to take it or not. Do we need investors? Nah, we really don't need investors. But it'd be nice. I might get a couple investors. Who knows? I might get a couple investors. You know, that to be solid investors, which means we're only going to allow you to buy a certain amount. That's it. I mean, no anywhere you get no 98%. We're not doing stock. I'm never going to do stock ever. I would never in a million years ever do stock. Somebody owes a majority of your freaking stock, you got problems at the day. Board of directors, never going to happen. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. I would never do a board of directors. Can you imagine? You have to go to somebody to ask permission to do something. Well, you have to go before the board. Oh, heck no. I'm not doing that nonsense. How much money does one need? But yeah, this is going to, I got people already asking me already, do I have an investment? How many people investing in it right now? I told them right now, that's not what I'm thinking about right now. What I'm thinking about right now is just getting into going to places that we're blessed to be able to go to and be able to show off the technology and the people that are going to gravitate to it, just getting that done first. Their business cards and brochures done. And they're right, Mr. Taco. Taco got his own paint coming out, that right? Proceeds go to the SPCA. Yes, sir. His paint's going to be coming out soon. The container is going to have a pretty interesting. Oh, we might get a bobblehead. I'm thinking about getting a taco bobblehead. A taco bobblehead. Yeah, man. Get a big old giant head, giant taco with the taco suit on. It'd be kind of cool, though. But anyway, yeah, with that being said, let me see. Do we do everything else from here? We've still got more videos. We just haven't really. I wonder if we could find that video. Washable projection screen. Or was it kids proof? That's one of them. See which one pops up. We did one. I actually did a screen that actually glow in the dark too. I had a glow in the dark projection screen too. Glow in the dark. We did it for a nightclub over in Dubai. They wanted the screen to glow. Let me see. Let's see if we have one here for this one. Yeah, here it is right there. Washable projection screen. Made one already. Made one 9 years ago. We've done everything. Just about everything. Washable and writable projection screen. 9 years ago. Made one. When I told you that the gray paint, that I have literally made just about everything that you could possibly do to it, we have done it already. Yeah, it was a screen that you can literally, it was kid proof. And a kid could draw all over your screen and you could wipe it right off. The things we do. What else do we have here? Let me see. Oh, gaming projection screens going forever. That's too crazy. Let me see. We have, let's see. Screens in the snow. Projection screens in the snow. Not projection screens, projecting snow. Physical projection screen actually in the snow. So people's like, hey, is your stuff weatherproof? Well, find out. Go over here and hit over here on this section over here on our channel and go put in projection screens, weatherproof screens in the snow, all that good stuff, you know. Are we on our page, right? Yeah, we are. And we have screens in the snow right here. Done it right here 4 years ago. Actually, before I did the giant massive screen outside, I did it on another screen outside. Weather outside's frightful.
I've seen any of those. So this screen paint is designed to be pull images of a fully environment. It has front and rear technology. It has the ability to.
That's front and rear, by the way, outside in the snow.
A lot of punishment.
Yeah.
And on top of that, consider the fact the game.
Man, let me tell you something.
Technology.
When I looked out the window And I saw that snow. The first thing that popped in my mind is we got to get out there and do a demonstration because it'd be insane not to. And yes, I was outside in that freezing cold doing a demonstration in the snow. Most people would basically pass up that opportunity. Not me. I took that one. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. Outside. Massive, giant. What's it? Well, how big was the screen? Oh, 150 inch outside.
For demonstrations, we're going to be doing a motorized projection.
Let's burn some fire out here. Woo!
Do not play around with what I do for a living. If I tell you a screen's weatherproof, it's freaking weatherproof. So yeah, I'm freezing, I'm cold.
Oh, let's check out
Next to be rain, next after this, but I'm not
dual 150 inch projection screens outside. Why do you give me dual 250 inches? I didn't do dual. I had enough room for dual 150 inch outdoor projection screens. Boom. How many people did that one? Anybody else, or was it just us? Just us? No, yeah, but it's just us. We're the only ones that did that one. Outside in the snow. Dual 150 inches. Now, just a little quick tip here for some people who, again, I hate to say this, math skills are not that good. Keep in mind that 3 100-inch screens do not equivalence the size of an actual 300-inch screen. So 3 100 inches, if you put them together, it's not a 300-inch screen. It's not. You're going to be short by a lot. Can't stack it high, can't stack it long, you're going to be short. Literally, someone said that. We know who. We have to bring them up. But yeah, they said that. Mickey Mouse math. Doesn't work. If that's the case, I had 250 inches. And if that was the case, I would have a 300-inch screen, which I did not have at all, period. Okay, let me see. We got the dual 150s. These are all 150s. There we go. Dual 150-inch screens side by side. Do 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 do. Yeah, I utilized daylights out of that backyard. You gonna be kidding me? That much room back there? I had a ball back there. So mind you, all this stuff I'm showing you from us doing demonstrations from here to there and there, man, the whole entire time we're doing that, they were just constantly hating on me through the entire time. But again, did I let your nonsense get in the way of my progress? No. I came out. I did what I had to do, defended my company, crushed you guys in the process, and did this at the end. Where are your demonstrations on duals? You don't have any because you didn't do them because you were too busy basically doing nothing. Should have been out there getting your job done. That was an interesting frame to build too. So one of these is 4,000 lumens at 720p, and the other one is 10,000. One of these is actually 4,000 at 720p and 5,000. They're both side by side. Which one's which? Which one's which? Which one's which? That thing looks like a TV, doesn't it? This is what your outdoor projection screen is supposed to look like. Ooh, you know what? While we're here doing this right here real quick, let's look at white screens versus black technology outside. Let's see, white screens versus black technology outside. Yeah, this would be all us because we're the only ones who did the test. Nobody else did the test. Why didn't they do the test? They didn't do the test. Why didn't they do the test? A gray screen and a white screen look exactly the same. Literally, you can't tell one from the other. Especially outside, you really can't tell. Let me see. Let's go over here and let's grab this one. Do 150 inches, come out of this one, grab our little thing right here. Let's grab this right here. Be here all day. I'm telling you, looking up stuff on our channel, you will be here all freaking day. Blue screens, yeah, we had a blue projection screen. Bam, let's go over here and grab this real quick. Let's see, I should put white and gray demonstration outside or black and gray demonstration outside. There we go. Do gray screens work? No. 4,300 lumens outside versus the gray and white screen. This is on our Supreme. Let's go outside and let's go take a look. Boom. They don't work. They can't register. You think them things have a hard time registering in an ambient light controlled environment? Take them outside and see what happens to them. They do not work. Inside is really a cakewalk. As you can see, even with a powerful projector. So white screens don't work outside, and if someone tells you at the end of the day, hey, paint your screen gray, you'll be able to pick up. No, 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 don't do that. See right here? That's Tron, outside. White surface laying against our screen. Doesn't register, doesn't pick up. And these are 4,000, 5,000 lumen projectors out there, and it can't register. Can't see the contrast. So when I go to somebody and they got a white screen up there, I'm like, oh, this is going to suck. I'd rather just watch it on my phone. Contrast is there. Nothing's not there at all, period. It's supposed to look like this, not like that over there. Here we go. See? Can't read that contrast level. Contrast is everything. 100% black is everything. So that means the difference of your screen outside looking like an OLED or looking like this mess at the end of the day on your expensive projector. Even if you have 5,000, the higher you up your projector, the faster this is watching out, which is absorbing. Absorbing, expanding. Reflecting, absorbing. You're supposed to be able to read that contrast level. You can't read it. Guess what? Colors be failing too. Colors be failing. Where's your colors at? Colors be failing. Where the colors at? What's the colors? There we go. There you go. See? Can't see color. None of that pulls up. See right there? You see that strip right there? That's black fabric laying against our screen. Oh, we got black versus black demonstrations outside. We got them on ultra short to everything. So this, if someone says, well, you know what? I can just do the same thing with black fabric. I can do, no, you can't. It can't read white light. That's why. No, outside, don't work. Oh, I can't wait until we start launching our outside technology. That stuff is going to clean up fast because we got a lot of projection screens out here where people got them set up on their decks. They got them set up on their businesses for outside. And I'm just looking at these screens like, oh yeah, we're going to conquer all of this. Do, 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 do. 1,000 lumens. 1,000 lumens does not read outside. Oh, that's my 235.1 screen. Look at that. Boom. Boom. It's minty, people. It's extra minty. Extra minty. Say it with me. Extra minty. Now you see that right there? You have a white projection screen outside, right? 1,000 lumens can't register on your screen. 4,000 won't register. 3,000 won't register. None of it will register. The washed out image that you're getting that you are accepting because this is the way it has to be, you doesn't have to be that way. Yep. See the splatter screen everywhere, basically. This paint is splattered at. It picks up 100%. That's what your white screens look like outside. They're completely washed out. You want them to look like this, not that. So that's why the Alpha Cinemax basically is a weatherproof technology. It has the ability to be used outside. That screen paint does a whole lot more than just paint it onto a wall. As you can see, we made cardboard box projection screens with them. But yeah, you can paint that onto your canvas screen outside. Now, we have a special coating coming out for the inflatable screens because they're a bit more temperamental. But other than that, yeah, you can paint this on your outdoor screen, and this is what you'll be getting at 1,000 lumens. We do it at 1,000 lumens. And meanwhile, inside, boom! Now, to the Christmas tree light guy who splashes lights behind the back of his screen, like it's basically some kind of, I don't know what's going on, all that. You see all the light in the environment? See how you can see the floor? Everything crystal clear from side to side at 235.1 at 158 inches. This is where your environment's supposed to look. See how these corners are? Nice and bright all the way around? There you go. I had somebody one time saying, but your ceiling's black. That's a projection screen. They were like, it's a what? It's a projection screen. Fired it up, made the ceiling snow. It's a projection screen. That screen right there over top can actually contain a ton of light. Yep. And then we go back outside and look at this. Outside. Look at outside. Look at the game. Look how beautiful the game pulled up on our black technology compared to a white screen. And I get this all the time from people who have white screens outside. The first thing they'll say, well, it's going to be dark outside. I'm really not going to notice the difference. Yeah, next to our technology, you will notice the difference. Do you see how much you're losing? Huge fail. Now imagine you have a screen outside your restaurant and it's white. That's what you pick up. With our technology, this is what you get. So imagine the amaze of your customers coming out and seeing an amazing 150-inch screen that looks just like a TV. Even more amazed when you turn the projector off, they're going to come over and touch your screen. You might have to put a sign out there, please don't touch the screen because it's black. Or they're going to come back just because it's black, I guarantee you. What kind of screen was it? A black screen? No. Was it backwards? Like, no, it was an actual black projection screen. Never seen anything like it before. There you go. And they're going to go over and they're going to look at that screen and see that screen pop up. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to pull us a ton of orders. Traditional screens are white and gray. Now, gunmetal. But yeah, but our black technology, whole nother level of technology. That's why when I sit there and have Richmond come and say, well, he doesn't know how to use the screen calculator because he has no gain, because we're not in the range of gain anymore. We don't use that 0.1 and 0.2 and all that. We kind of passed that when we started projecting screens off a ceiling. We passed that a long time ago. So no, we don't put ourselves in that one. You guys, under tradition, you have to be in that field. We don't. At the point we're at now, we can engineer whatever we want. So when your screen can absorb 100,000 lux of sunlight, then you have the ability to call it whatever the freak you want at the end of the day if you can back it up. And it's funny how we talked about the gain, but he never talked about the range gain. And we all noticed that. All right, just wondering if I was just the only one who just picked up on that one. Now, see, we have the floodlights on now. The floodlights are on. Say if you're having a party outside, you want to throw your floodlights on, but you're worried about your screen washing out. You have to worry about that because the black screens absorb. See the menu popping up crystal clear? See, around the screen doesn't pick up at all. Yeah, yep. That's why we invite people to come to my YouTube channel, do the research. I go back in here and watch stuff that I've already done because I might want to go in and do it again. Here we are outside, total eclipse. So you can see our contrast level, menu picks up with no problem. Still a little jewelry. Oh, that's not jewelry. That's the OLED demonstration. What are you mad about now? No more catnip for you. No more. Probably having a hangover. No more catnip for you. You just don't do well with catnip. You're like, I'll stop anytime I want to, man. I don't got a problem. Anytime I want to, I can stop. Where's catnip? I need it. I need it. I feel like I got bugs crawling up my skin. I need it. That's funny. Now, can you imagine the envy of your neighbors? I don't want to call it envy between your neighbors, but can you imagine that? I forget when I first moved here, the guy had a white outdoor projection screen. Never forget that. I probably told this one before already too. But he sat there and said, you know what? You and your girl got to get one of these screens. He didn't know who he was talking to. You got to get one of these screens. At the end of the day, family would love this. You know what I mean? You got to get one of these. You know what I mean? They're not that expensive. You know what I mean? Like, you guys can pretty much muscle up the funds to get one of these. And that's a pretty nice screen right there you have over there. And I could have come like, man, you know who I'm at the end of the day? I could have said that, but I didn't. That's a real nice screen over there. It's real nice. Compliment, real nice screen. Didn't put him down or anything. He's proud of it. That's what he likes. So be it. But a couple of weeks later, big old screen came out there, and he saw the screen. It was all black. I was putting him. He said, hey, you got your screen on backwards. I said, nah, it ain't on backwards. It's good. That's when we showed the Star Wars. Man, when you see them speakers go off and that Star Wars pop went outside, he was like, whoa. Yes, because we were firing up a screen and the hours of where white screens can't produce at all, period. They can't see, but we can see. And he was just amazed by it. Which is funny, which is interesting. Because, again, his screen was supposed to be so... I never saw his screen again after that. Never saw it again. I ain't been nice. I would have coded it for him for free. But he never brought it back out again. I think the other funny incident I had is where when I had the giant 250 in the backyard and there was a neighbor waving in because he saw the lights flashing off the screen that were reflecting off the trees, which I didn't notice that they were doing. And he said, what you got going on back there? And I said, I've got this giant screen. So, well, how big is this? I'll let you judge. He was like, whoa! 250-inch monster screen. They're watching King Kong off this bad boy, and he was freaking blown away by it. But on top of that, neighbors out there, they can be a bit arrogant. They are really arrogant. And he said, I got a friend of mine who does the exact same thing. And I'm like, oh, really? Interesting, because I've done all the research. So what's this company's name? But he wouldn't give me the company name or information off. He says, I can get one of these just like that. You know what I mean? I can get one just like that and just contact the company. That's so I can get one just like that. So he looks it up. We're the only ones that have black technology. He calls my company. My phone goes off in my pocket. I pick it up and go, hello? Hello? Now we're out of stock right now. I look right at him when I said, I am the owner. I'm the CEO. I'm the only one that makes that technology. Yeah, good luck on trying to get one now. That'll never happen in a million years. But yeah, this is your white screens outside, and this is our technology. Pretty cool, ain't it? Yeah. So I had to do all these demonstrations, all these tests, more tests, more tests. When it comes to the outdoor screens, we are going to crush it. Crush it. Easily. Because the only competition we have outside is white screens. That's it. Majority, tell you the truth, honestly, only screens I've been seeing since I've been doing the whole research down here is nothing but white screens. That's all I've been seeing. I haven't really seen any gray screens down here. Mostly all white screens. Painting screens outside. How about white level demonstrations? Let me see. White level demonstrations. It's one of the tests we have to do on our products. How many white level demonstrations do you think we do? Let's see. I'm curious. You think one video will pop up? Maybe no videos will pop up? Like, do we really test ourselves against white levels? Do we do this? Let's see if we do this or not. Let's see what this test pulls up. Who can make a sunshine? Do 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 do. All right, let me see. I butchered the data, so that song I know. The Candyman, I butchered it. I know. Bam! White level test. Yeah, we do them to death. You know why? You have to do a white level test. It's extremely important when you're developing black technology that you have to show a white level test, because you have to be, you're going to run into white screens all the time, constantly all the time. I get people that'll do a demonstration, go, oh, you don't pick up the same white levels. It's a sacrifice line. A gray screen cannot pick up the same white levels as a white surface. Any surface that's darker than white does not pick up the exact same white level. That's virtually impossible. That's why we have the white surface on one side, and we have the black surface, and then we have our technology to show that this is where we don't want to be, with the dark levels being so dark and the white levels being so dingy and dirty and the colors being dirty. We don't want to be in that area. And we have the white screen where we want to be at a high enough level where we can actually balance the white level, but we don't want to be actual white, because you know what happens? That means your contrast fails dramatically. So you have to have what you call the balance. I've done that so many times, it's not even funny. Portrait screens. Oh, we haven't done those yet either. Portrait screens. Oh, man, I'm telling you. I freaking love it. I love it.
Okay, how we
I love it.
First, my name is Kenneth.
I'm excited. I am. I'm happy.
Or actually, let's go back. My name is Kenneth.
When you have God on your side, you are happy all the time. You're just happy. Happy, 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 happy. Joy, joy, joy. White level test.
Your minor screen is still wet.
Soaking wet screen, still wet. Check it a lickety. There we go.
Screen. One coat application. That's it. You're done.
Fully lit environment, white level test at 1,000 lumens, white level test at ultra short throw. Let me see what we have here. Basic right here. Bump, 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 bump. Paint anything on a surface. Levitating projection screens. Gray technology versus black technology. I can't really say gray technology. Demonstrations done in fully lit environments. Demonstrations done with massive amount of lights. Inflatable projection screens outside. Oh, man. I'm going to burn myself out on this one because my adrenaline rush goes to the roof. This is one thing I have to be careful when I watch my demonstrations. Just watching the constant testing. I get adrenaline rush off of testing. I do have no idea. Freaking love testing. Oh, here's another one. This is what we did UV mix test right here. Didn't do well. It didn't do well at all. Because the thing was about it was UV mix doesn't have any proper white level test. at all, period. None were done on it. I've never seen one before. And it comes up really, really dirty. It comes up very, very dirty. Sorry, but it does. It comes up dirty. So let me show you. This is the UV mix on a white surface. It's right here. This is how dirty it comes up.
White paint to make the metallic mix.
That's an all white paint surface. There's the UV mix. Where does the UV mix white levels lay at? Very, very dirty.
You want to make the lighter, you start with the base being white. All right, so let's see. Let's go to.
This is how we know that basically there's black paint in it, black and white paint in it, because that's what happens when you mix a black and white paint mixture. It does that and has that reaction.
And there is this display coming up on a white screensaver. Very, very
Now,
dark,
when we come over
very
to
dirty.
our screen, we transfer it over to our screen. Now, on our screen, we have a white surface. We have the Elite screen, I think 0.9, something like 1080p. It's an acoustic screen. It's a high-end 0.9 gain. Now, see when we transfer it to our screen? Now, you'll notice that our screen doesn't turn as dark as the UV mix does, because our screen can actually read and understand white levels. Even when they're sitting next to a white surface doesn't have the capability to turn our products dark, because again, our technology has something called a heightener, which allows the screen to read white light, where the other product on the other end, which is actually a black and white paint, doesn't have the capability. It's just a basic black and white paint product. That's it. It has nothing special about it. So here, this is how it comes up. And then if we were to go switch it over, it comes up darker on this side. We switch back and forth the whole video.
Dark again, because you can't pick up a white line. Now I'm going to take the same screen. I'm going to shift it over to our Signature 17, which is black technology, and it has a 0.9 white screen.
That's a 0.9 in that white surface. So we'll switch it over. There you go. Now, as you see, it doesn't turn our surface as dark as this one over here.
It maintains a balanced white level.
Balance white level. Balance. And switch it back, and it goes dirty. Those are the tests that we run to make sure that the screen is not picking up a white level too dark. And that's why the black on black demonstrations are extremely important, so we can see exactly where those black levels could be dropping, where they can be improved, where they can be advanced. That's why those tests are very important. But your gray products, yeah, they can't read white light. We already did those tests already. Thousands of times, thousands, over and over again and again and again. See, now watch this. I'm going to show you something pretty interesting. See right here on the car, the Lambo? Now, we take the Lambo and we stick it over here on his product. Oops, screen fell off. Ah. Our product improves it. See how it improves it right here? This screen can read a 100% contrast level. The UV mix can't read it because it's gray. So this screen actually pulls up a higher white level. So if we go back here, and I'll show you. There's the UV mix right there on our test. As you can see, it comes up dirty.
The screen stands by itself. There's nothing behind it at all, period. There's no sheets of paper, no white certified screens, nothing. As I said before, we've done this too many times to count. Anytime you display a black screen, if it shows an image.
Now, that is our black technology. As you can see, it's not coming up dark and dirty. I plan to do this one in court. This is a fun one. That way we can go past that whole, oh, he's using special cameras to do this. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to do this in court. Oh, yeah, a lot of the videos we're going to do in court. It's going to be a long process. It's going to be a very long process. Anything that you debunk and say that we're using special cameras, we're going to do that in court. Matter of fact, you can actually anticipate whether we're going to have you paint some screens up for us. Yes, sirree. That's why be careful about lying.
The other black technology we developed can see white levels.
This can see a white level. This can see a white level. This cannot turn our screen dirty.
Where on this side, this screen over here, can't pick it up.
Now we transfer it over. Now look at your screen. See how dirty your screen comes up? There you go. That whole surface behind it is white. Can't pick it up. Comes up too dirty. You have no heightener, nothing special about it. I've done these tests before. I've done these tests way back when I used to make gray screen paint products. We were testing white levels out. And I noticed that the mixes, we call them mixes, we call our stuff now formulas now. But the mixes at that particular time, we didn't have any heightener technology or any of that stuff. Just the more white paint you put into it and a lot of silver you put into it, hopefully the white levels would kick in, but usually that would never happen. So a lot of the screens on standalones. See right here? Now see how dirty your screen comes up?
So that's why I said at the bottom of this video, those of you who bought Crow's product, feel free to send me a video at the bottom of this description.
Feel free to send me a video at the bottom of the description to show me that you have, and no, we haven't seen one, not one of them. Yeah, doesn't work. There's an interesting demonstration I haven't seen on any gray paint yet or black paint done yet. You know, this test is the white level test. This is a very interesting one. So this white level test right here, very, very important. It must be done. As you can see, you will see 4 sheets of white paper, and you'll see a black strip right here. So the black strip basically shows that when we do our test, we don't want our screens to be in this section here. This is bad. This means that the screen, the heightener is failing miserably because it's not generating a high enough white level and it's coming out too dark. Where we have the white surface here, we don't want our surface coming up this color either, because that means the contrast isn't kicking in high enough, and that means the screen's going to fail when it comes to color. So when color pops on, when contrast pops on, this is going to basically fail, fail, fail. This is going to generate right here. And when the white levels come on, this is going to fail. This will generate, this will generate, this will generate, this will generate. Well, we don't want our white levels lower, like in this field. We don't want it in that field. So when you show color, this is going to produce a washed out screen, and this is going to produce a dirty screen, and our balance is going to be perfect. These are the tests, gentlemen, you should be doing. You should have had done already. Now, when that Spartan gets there, you better hope, because Spartans can pass these tests easily, very, very easily. So this is one of the tests you're going to have to go through on that on our technology. Very difficult test to go through. So see, we have to show the white levels.
So dark that it looks like the black fabric. Or
now, if you notice something, see the shirt that I have on? Notice that the shirt that I'm wearing is not matching the white levels that I have on the screen. My shirt I'm wearing is black. My jeans I have on are also black. They're not matching the screen. That's why I can walk in front of a screen with anything on, because it won't match the screen. Because we've done clothing. We've done just about everything you could possibly think of. It's not going to match. So let's go over here. And we showed you the white levels. So we show our white levels right here. Now, we got black paint. This is the Dynasty paint that, you know, the other fellow claimed their product was made out of. Can't wait to get that one in court, too. So this one right here was supposed to be our product here. So black paint, black fabric, and as you can see, we have the white surface. Now, you know what's interesting about a white surface? I'm going to explain something to you. Unless you're looking at a 100% white screen 24/7, and you don't. There's actually color and contrast in the white surface. You can't read any of the contrast. Neither can you pick up any of the color. All you can pick up is white levels. That's it. The black surface over here, the black paint and fabric, they can pick up the contrast levels. They can't read any color, and they can't pick up any form of white levels. But our technology can do both. You can see all the black where it comes in the trees and the detail to the house and all that, because that's 100% black. Our screen can read at the same time by balancing a white level. Let's go check out some colors. All right, so we're going to do some colors over here. So when the color patterns you have to be pull off, we got to get it done. Let's get our color patterns in here. There we go. Now, seeing the color pattern right here? Notice our screen has a perfect balance. See right here where the paint came out too dark, too dirty, fabric came out too dirty, and the white surface cannot generate color because it doesn't have contrast. I literally had people think at one point that a white screen or gray screen would see color because it picks up a brighter image. No, 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 your image washes out 10 times. 10 times. 10 times it washes out. Here we are showing, let's start from the beginning. We have our colors here. There we go. And as you can see, we pick up a perfect balance. So if your contrast level was too high, well, if you don't have, you can have really high contrast, but if you have no way to be able to pick up white levels in it, you're going to come up dirty, extremely dirty. And if your screen doesn't see enough contrast, well, it's going to come up washed out. Gray screens don't register in that area at all, period. White screens don't register, and the fabric and black paint won't register either. You have to have a perfect balance. How do you get a perfect balance? Pfft, I can't tell you that. I will never tell you that. Never, never, never. It's going to take forever to learn. It takes years to learn it. Years and years and years. And for those that are saying, but you don't span back to years. Yes, I do. Where do you think a digital 4K crystal onyx came from? That is our black technology. That's where it came from. Right around the time we were basically doing demonstrations next to diamond technology. That's exactly where it came from. But the thing about it is, when I saw diamonds technology, I thought I was looking at a black screen, because I've never seen anything darker than that at that particular time. So when I finally when I got the punch sheet, I realized that it wasn't actually black. It was gunmetal, a very, very dark gunmetal. But now my heart was set. My heart was set on a black screen, because that's what I wanted. I thought this screen was physically black, and it wasn't black. So I wanted the black screen. And guess what? God gave me the black screen. And there it is right there. The first levels, when we started doing these screens, the white levels was one of the main problems, was getting the white levels to produce at high levels. But now with the heightener technology and the Element 77, there is no glass ceiling for us. Anything, any acrylic paint, and everyday acrylic paint, I can slide over a shelf. If I drop those elements in it, it changes it. And for those who sit there and say, oh, that's I got 10,000 and more videos on all these theories backing it up. Yeah. Yeah. I love these demonstrations. I'm so hyped up right now. I am so freaking hyped up. I can't wait. I want to do testing today. I want to do testing. I want to do testing. I can't wait to build me a test facility. I'm going to build me a monster freaking test facility. When we get done building our test facility, projection screens will cry if you were ever faced to go into one of those freaking test facilities. It is going to be freaking berserk when I design that thing. Because again, I got to challenge myself. If not, I get bored. So I need bigger challenges. Bigger challenges. Sticking to some of the crazy stuff I'm going to build. Man. Yeah. Yes. Bar lights. This is one of the other same demonstrations I did because I got bored one day and I said, you know what? Let's stick bar lights next to the screen. See what happens. This is way back when I first started my company in a little tiny rented room. A little tiny rented room. You see all those stacks of paints? Test, gripping by only one goal. Paint. Hands covered in paint 24/7. Paint. Every freaking day. 4 years. Constant working to get it done. You got to have that ambition. You got to have that want. That's why I said, you naysayers, you got time to send me 50 emails? Really? You should be working. But now your time has run out. Because that Spartan technology, boy, when that thing pops up, woo, you better hope your stuff is tested. Because if not, you're going to get crushed. We're going to represent with that baby. This is when it comes to testing. You guys didn't exist when I was here. You didn't exist when I was in this tiny little room just covered in paint, testing nonstop. You don't know sacrifice. You don't know hard work. You don't know it at all, period. And that Spartan is going to out you on everything that you are at the end of the day. It's going to show your fails. It's going to show all your imperfections. It's going to show everything. That's what it's designed to do. It is going to be a monster of a screen. I can't wait to basically show it off. Whew, man. I'm just excited about this whole entire thing. I really am. But this is the testing. Look at that. Look, this is a gray screen paint. Look at the lighting I'm sticking this thing into. Look at this. Just pushing. So those containers, and stacks of paint. You don't know the sacrifice. You don't know it. You will never understand the sacrifice of hard work. You will not know it because I can tell by your product. Your products are lacking poorly. That's how I know you haven't done the test at all, period. You launch products too soon, no testing, no demonstration, and nothing at all, period. You're lacking. You're lacking technology. You don't know what you're doing at all, period. You have to know what you're doing. So that light we got pushing through that screen right here, and this screen right here is mesh. That means it's light pushing back and forth. You don't know the sacrifice. You don't know it. You don't know it. I remember getting up freaking 9 o'clock in the morning, whether I was sick, didn't make a difference, and I would walk through 4 or 5 blocks of snow just to get to the post office to drop off packages to customers. Do you have any idea how much work I had to go through when I was developing that technology to prove myself? This is when you can develop a product in a little tiny rented room and do so much to bring it to life that people will basically spend the money for that technology, for that product at the time. Man, the hours, I mean, you have no idea the countless hours I had to literally put in to do this. And then on top of that, the technology we have now, the man hours that has to go in, how many demonstrations, how many projectors, stands, props, all kinds of stuff. I had to buy screens. I had to build from the ground up. Tons and tons of work. To now that we're at the point where we have a technology so far advanced that it only takes 4 of these elements out of the 77 to get it to react. Like that FLE technology. That's it. Isn't that insane? The demonstration, untested, gray mixes and white screens can't conquer. Y'all can't do this. It's actually one of the challenges we put up. It was never met. Never, ever met. And now I'm going to be introducing this technology offline. Actually, we're still going to be online. Got people like, you guys are leaving? Like, no, we're going to be online. But offline? Oh, heck yeah. Man, the skies are the limits for us out there. At first, I was doing it all the wrong way. I was basically getting people to come in and do it. But no, this way I control my own destiny. I have access to every freaking spot down here that I can go in and I rent it out. I'm paying for it. Guess what? I can walk in there because I'm paying for it. I'm renting it out. I'll walk in there, give them the money for the down payment for the day, and all I got to do is just shoot my videos up, and I can show my screens in environments that basically the average home can't even pick up in. Commercial environments. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. No dark environments. No nonsense. We ain't doing that the other day. And then we can get gray paints and white screens and show at the end of the day why they don't work. Then have the people who actually own these buildings, they want to come in and see this stuff, what we're working in there. Because again, one person found it was suspicious that we said, yeah, well, I need office space, but we don't need any desk or none of that stuff. And I just need an open room. That's all I need, with plenty of light and tons of light, open room. And I said, can I ask you a question? What are you doing? And I explained to them what we do, what we design, and all stuff like that. And they're curious about coming and checking it out. Yep. Yes, sirree. Spray on applications, been there, done that. This looks familiar. This is the paint that whatchamacallit told you how to make. This stuff was trash. It had body gel in it. Why would you put body gel in a freaking acrylic paint? That is the worst thing you could possibly do. This is why I believe the other stuff has body gel in it. And the reason why, because of the surface. See the surface, how the surface came up gritty? Yeah, because it had body gel. That would explain why the paint at the bottom is not blending well. Something there is blocking it. It got some kind of oil or something, but something's not marrying well. Because if you start off shaking up a can and you pull the top and it's black and the material that's in it, it's still gray, something is not connecting right. Literally watched him do it in his own demonstration, watched the other guy do it twice. And then try to come up there and do a video and lie. Gee whiz, that's how people saw that. They were like, man, these people are disgusting. They are disgusting. You just literally turned a gray screen. We just saw the gray screen. We just watched you do it in 2 demonstrations. and then come back in and make a video and skip out those parts and lie on top of that and say, oh, but you're not seeing, oh, come on. Gee whiz. That's an insult to people at the end of the day. Like, you're really going to insult my intelligence on that one. Yeah, this is this mix he made. This stuff was awful. Came up so gritty. So this is our product here. This is the free mix he was giving you right there. Look how dirty it came up. Very, very dirty. But sat there, my buddy was like, man, this guy got some nerve on him. I watched both demonstrations. I watched that screen come out gray, and he came back in and did another demonstration saying how we're delusional, but yet the demonstration shows just you showing, you skipped out vital parts of it, and then still, you can still see it at the bottom. The screen was coming up in the bar line that was coming up gray, and still try to lie. I'm going to use that against you in court. You know that, right? That's going to be used against this company to show this company was actually doing massive amounts of fraud, where he had somebody coming in and doing these promo demonstrations for him. And in the promo demonstrations, he was failing, but coming in and trying to lie all over again by trying to convince customers to still buy. That's going to be used against you in court when we challenge your company. Your wingman. He's going to be sitting on a stand. Yes, he is. Yeah, body gel. Freaking body gel. You know how nasty that is? You know how hard that stuff is to clean up? You spill that stuff, it's really hard to clean up. That's like the equivalent of trying to clean up oil and water. It's really hard to clean up. Rollers are sliding all over the place. There's a mica right there. There's the poly right there. Man, that stuff was awful. Turn the screen freaking dirty. Turn the screen dirty. And I don't know what the oil was for. Every time I went to try to roll it in, the roller was sliding all over the place. Yeah, it was a mess. Man, if you had put that through a paint cannon, you would have messed up somebody's paint cannon. They had that oil residue all through their freaking cannon. That stuff was so freaking dirty, grimy. He stopped selling. He posted it for free. So think about how many screens he wrecked. And let me tell you something. You're definitely going to have to prime the crap out of your screen because it has an oil in it, which means basically if you paint anything on, it's going to cause separation. That's going to be another problem. That's going to wreck your screen. That stuff was trashy. No testing. Just messy. Just messy. Just freaking messy. Ugh. Just messy. It's like watching a 5-year-old in a kitchen trying to make a cake. Just messy. Like that whole mess where they try to make our product. That was freaking hilarious. I got some people laughing over top that. What was the water for? I can never understand what the water was for. They keep adding water to their products. Every single one of them. I think they all connect on the same wavelength. They all put water in. Why do you keep putting water in your product? Water breaks the product down. Sometimes, I'm not saying all painters, but some painters, if they don't want to spend the extra money for the paint, they'll go and drop some water in it and paint over it. You break down the freaking paint when you do that. So why do you keep sticking water in there? It's not super thick when you can't put it to a paint spray. A 590 will push that with no problem. I don't know about the stain spray, but the 590 will push it with no problem. But other than that, why are you putting water in it? And the reason why I put water in the first one, because he wanted to give it a thin-like texture. That's why. That's why I kept saying skin. It's a skin. It's a skin. Yeah, you keep hearing it over and over again. You're like, why does he keep saying it over and over again? You're like, oh, I see now. I got it. I didn't realize that when he had the container and the light was shooting through the container, how much water was actually in his paint, between the paint and the actual water. Like, just a lot of freaking water you put in there. Yeah, so you can basically give it a skin-like texture. That's why. Texture. Let me see. Let me see. Why would you name a paint called the Goopity? Oh, never mind, forget it. You know, I don't even care at this particular point. That's its dumbest name. We're gonna name it paint in a day. All right, let me see what's going on here. There we go. Yeah, you better get on the ball with that infringement. I just got emailed by them too about that infringement. Redirected your website over there, so you know that they got it now. You can't have that up there. A PSP, you can't put that up there. You can get yourself in trouble with that. You cannot do that. I literally got a letter one time from email from Screen Innovation because I named the screen Silver Diamond one time. And they told me I had to remove it. It was too conflicting. So these are our tests we've done on his products. Well, not on his products. We couldn't get them because he kept canceling the orders. Literally kept canceling the orders. Oh yeah, did we check over there too and see if his shopping carts are still locked while I'm at it? I'm just curious. Let me see if his shopping carts are still locked. Somebody was laughing. I was like, "How the freak? You have an e-commerce company, and because if you have an e-commerce business and you got other people running it, then guess what? They will be taking care of your orders for you. But say if it's just you." You can still, when I went to Disney World, heck, my freaking site was still running. I had people that were placing orders in there. But they knew I was on vacation. So when I got home, I processed the orders and took care of them. Guess what? When I go on eBay and I go buy a projector and says, hey, went on vacation, I buy the projector. When he comes back, he'll ship it to me. That's how you do it. The fact you got to shut, that's bull crap, man. You just shutting your site because you're afraid. That's why. We still locked on these carts? Premium. Let me see. Yep, carts are still locked. Man, this thing better not be locked on the 4th when we come in. We better not have locked carts. And my people are waiting right now. They're like, is it open? Is everybody? They're checking his site. And they check his site more than I do because they're trying to see when it's open. But I told them, don't make any purchases until the 4th. Because the 4th is the date when the Spartan's going to basically make its order. So don't make any orders. After that, free game. Free game. As I say, weapons free. They're going to hit that site so many times to try to get that product over here. Because again, it needs a lot of testing. There's a lot of stuff wrong with this stuff. Number one, when he painted the screen down, he laid it down flat. I've never seen him paint a screen directly up against the wall. Why? Because that stuff drips like water. That's why. What about the splatter effect? He said there's no splatter effect. I find that hard to believe on a product that thin. There's no splatter effect. That's bull crap at the end of the day. So we're going to basically do a nice piece of drywall, my little thin 6-foot drop, little thin piece, and we're going to put another piece against it, and we're going to paint that white, and we're going to see exactly how much of that paint will splatter and transfer to the other side. There is the problem where he painted over a piece of primer, and I saw basically the primer pushing through. So how much does this stuff really actually cover? So we're going to do a white screen, we're going to do a yellow surface, we're going to do an orange surface, nice bright fluorescent colors to see how much of this stuff is going to push through. The demonstration I'm curious about is ultra short throw. He said it doesn't work on ultra short throw. I find that really, really weird because again, screen paints would never have a problem working with ultra short throw. Heck, house paint picks up on ultra short throw. Only reflective surfaces would have that type of issue, or if there's something in it that shouldn't be in there that's causing that effect, yeah, that would have a problem. But again, we got a narrow viewing cone going on that you can't run ultra short throws. They come up too dark. So we're going to put all black paint and put it against his product and see exactly what causes that or what problem he's having. Because again, he didn't exactly explain why. You have to explain why. We don't use it with ultra short though because such and so happens, or this such and so happens. It gives us an idea of what we're dealing with here, but there's nothing there at all, period, of what's the outcome if you do this. See, with our product, you don't use knockoff projectors. Why happened? Because this will happen. We got dozens of videos showing you don't do this, this is going to happen, it's not going to pick up. There you go. You have to tell why. You know, you're going to have somebody go in and they're going to not read through the specification sheet, because I've been through it a dozen times, and they're going to blame you for it and say, well, he really didn't tell me why. Yeah, you definitely will lose on that one. Range gain. Again, can't put that enough. You can't have that in there unless you can support the theory of range gain. If not, that's considered fraud right from the door. Your product does not produce the color it's supposed to produce. I've watched that happen in 3 demonstrations. One in his demonstration, I constantly saw the screen get marked up with the gray. Black at first, marked up with the gray. Second application on the smaller sheet, came out gray with some mixture of some dark gray in between that, and what you're mixing in the bucket was actually black. So I don't know what the freak was going on in that demonstration. Wake came in and did a demonstration on the charcoal, shook the can up, came out light gray. Did a demonstration on the Series C's. Again, it was supposed to be black. It came out gray. So yeah, you can't get the color right. So that would be a big problem right there from the door. Front and rear applications. I have never seen a demonstration on rear at all. So if it doesn't do rear, you can't have that on there. And the fact that he insinuates that you can use a roller and put on a rear screen is hoppycop. I'm sorry, it ain't going to happen, period. Because the roller is going to leave all kinds of streaks. And from not seeing that screen being so thin, streaking already, you're definitely going to have a problem with that. There's a lot of things that that product needs to be tested on. That's not testing. There's a ton of demonstrations that are missing. So no, he has to go in and do those tests. If not, we'll do the test because I'm curious to see what happens. Really curious to see what happens. I said, let me see. Bum, 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 bum. Get our readouts here for this right here. I haven't seen a real white level test. Oh, your product tested black versus black test. That's another thing your product's gonna be put against black paint, black fabric, stuff like that. See exactly if your black level. We know your black levels don't pick up, but that'll be interesting to watch. Let's see if you can pick up your contrast levels equal to a star field because you're all just going to project black. Doesn't make a difference. They're all going to look at see black. As if your screen can see black. That's what's going to happen. And then we transfer over to a white level, and then we see exactly what happens from there. Now, if your screen is producing gray, what's going to happen is it's going to produce a higher white level than the black surface. Is it going to be to change our product? No. That's not going to happen at all, period. You would never turn our stuff dark like that ever. That's why we call the Spartan is actually a Phantom. It's an upgrade version of a Phantom technology. Well, actually, it's an FLE upgraded for a Phantom. So since you claimed you basically took out a Phantom, well, there you go. You get another chance. So since you did it already, it shouldn't be hard to do it again. Rear projection, no, we didn't see anything on that. Upon the range gain, no, that's definitely not true at all. And the color of it being black, that's definitely a lie because that's not true either. All right, I got things I want to do. What you doing? You just sitting there thinking? All right, I got phone calls to make. I got areas to basically get ready to rent out so we can actually have our demonstrations done in different environments. And yeah, you guys got to read through stuff, man, before you actually start. Well, no, it's fine. You can't buy it anyway. You lock the carts. Okay, well, we'll be back in about what, a couple of days from now. We'll be back in the buy. So let's see what happens. All right, gotta go.